problem. But then when I saw among the spoils, that is, among the results and the booties of the world, a goodly Babylonish garment. Babylonish garment. Not Israelitish garment. Babylonish garment. Goodly Babylonish garment. So these Babylonians are so talented, are so colorful that they can do all this embroidery upon a kind of cloth. I saw it and I said, these Babylonish people, so they have beautiful things like this, goodly things like this. And then I began to look at what I was wearing as an Israelite. And I said, even these Babylonians, they have something better than we Israelites. And then he said, I also saw 200 shekels of silver and a wedge of gold. Then he said, I coveted. There was something in me that I was having the desire that said, I think I need this. I think there's something in me that wants this. I think there's something in me that will appreciate this. I don't think I will be happy without this. I think this thing will contribute to my joy, to my happiness. You see, it's being drawn away and being enticed because of his desires. I said temptation is something that comes, that appeals to your flesh, appeals to your eyes, appeals to your taste, appeals to your weakness, appeals to your desires and needs and problems. And then he said, I coveted them. And then he said, eventually, I took them. I took them. Sin was getting conceived in the coveting. And eventually sin was born as he took them. And it says, behold, they are hid in the earth in the midst of my tent, and the silver under it. Now, as an Israelite, really there was no occasion for him to wear that Babylonish garment, because if he did, everybody will know. He will die for it. He took it and he couldn't use it. Do you know the people that steal and they cannot even spend the money? Do you know the people that will take something? Here we are now, for example, you see somebody that has a large, big Bible. And as you, maybe the person went to the kitchen to bring something, and before the fellow came back, you have been looking at that Bible. And then you touched it and then you opened it. And you saw that the lettering and the center reference is, I've never seen like this before. And then you open and you saw some colorful pictures in that Bible. You say, this one is wonderful. They say, what am I going to do? So the fellow came back while you are looking at it. They say, now, bring the food down, bring the food down. The fellow was coming, so you close the Bible and look the other direction. And while we're looking for other things, the fellow went again to go and get maybe water or something. Then you say, this Bible. Even the leather, even the color, even everything that I see there. And then you opened it again, and when you opened it, saw a particular page there. They say, who gave you, and to whom was it given, on what date, and the date of father, the day of the, the mother, the name of mother, the name of son-in-law, the name of father. They put all these things. My Bible doesn't have this kind of thing. And the fellow was coming again, you closed it. And now your heart has been saying, now, where did they even get this kind of Bible? Even if I have the money to buy it, where will I buy it? How can I have this thing? And while the fellow was bringing water again, you closed it and looked the other direction. And then eventually now they said, pack all these plates and pack all these bowls and take them back to the kitchen. And so the fellow being, eager to serve the Lord, he just, packed all the things. And while he went away, then you looked at the end of it. They said that these are the subjects index and these are the concordance. And say, what? Any verse you're looking for, you just open that part of it. You say, this is a Bible. Let me help myself. Maybe this is why I came to Workers' Retreat, to discover something like this. And then you took it, and then you left that place and go and sit at the back. And the fellow came back, and while the fellow came back looking for his Bible, I said, rise up, let us pray. So the fellow could not shout. He just rose up and we prayed. And while I was preaching, he kept quiet, but he's looking for his Bible. And then you go and hide it under. You cannot use it at the retreat here, because the person that has it may see it and say, where did you get this kind of Bible? Let me see the name there. So you hide it. You take it, but you cannot use it. If you take it to the district, Since we know you that you are like a new convert, and we know the, little 6 naira Bible you have been using all these years, and then you now come with a big Bible that a primary school child will need to carry on the head. We say, where did you see this load? You will not be able to use it. And therefore Achan, the same thing. Achan took everything and he hid it in the tent. Why do people steal when they cannot even wear the Babylonish garments? Why do people steal when they cannot even benefit from what they are doing? The people that covet things and want to take things and want to go into sin, and yet they do not have the time. They're almost dying. They're saying, when can I wear this Babylonish garment? When will I get the benefit of this sin that I've stolen? There is no chance. And yet to have committed sin in yielding to that temptation. And then eventually we're told that the man died the death. Died the